This is Jody Colegrove with Quantum Techniques for the most comprehensive diagnostic form of energy medicine in the world today. I work with people to help them figure out what they can do to get their health back and live the most happy, healthy life they can. So I came across another article that I love to share with you guys that I thought was really interesting. It says, How to Go Natural in 90 Days. And some of these I don't all agree with, but I think they're a step in the right direction. So I wanted to give you some food for thought today. So I'm going to list these off. All right, so the first one is to get lemons. And I know that Kristen has done a great YouTube about how to add lemons into our life in the morning to help us get that energy detox. Read a book in bed. You know, instead of watching TV in front of the TV right before you go to bed, it's good to have at least a half hour of no ambient light. And so reading a book in bed will help you kind of relax your whole body. Exercise gently. You know, it could be a walk, a little bit light weights, but taking care of yourself. And there's some study that, you know, this whole CrossFit trade it's good to get all your muscles going and stuff like that, but you also want to have time to recover too. And so you want to make sure that you're doing all the exercise in the proper form so you don't hurt your body. Dry brushing, that's something I like to do. And so you can read more about that. Another thing is eat asparagus. This is something I've been working on my family to try. I'm not having the best of luck, but I'm trying. The next one is to drink the right coffee, you know, and to find a coffee that's really helpful for you and doesn't have any, bad things in it for your body and all the extra sugars and flavors and all that kind of stuff. Replace a packaged food package. In other words, if you are eating a prepared meal that you buy from the store or going out to eat or something like that, replace it with a healthy meal. And I have lots of neat recipes on that, so you can always email me on that one. Take a multivitamin. Sometimes we find with vitamins that there's too many ingredients or too many herbs in it for your body, and so we always like to test those. But we also kind of find that if you take the individual herb that you're needing, another vitamin A, vitamin C, E, that you get the complete that you need without the side effects. Eat organic strawberries. You know, not everybody can do that if they have a fungal infection, but eating organic strawberries, there's just a lot of pesticides on strawberries, and so eating organic will really help. There's also the thing about the dirty dozen and the healthy dozen, and so be aware of what foods that you need to eat that are organic for sure. Take curcumin every day. We push that one. I have a YouTube on that one, so you can check that out, which is a good supply and source for cumin. Get a healthy pain relief, okay? That's something I'm working on right now. And Beth did a great YouTube on that, and so I'm working at getting that. Another one is to get rid of toxic candles. Sometimes the smell can affect people. Other times there's just ingredients that you shouldn't put into your atmosphere with those. So we can always test to find out which ones are okay and which ones are not. Ditch the diet soda. I have a YouTube on that one. Just not good for you and it can create dementia. Switch to non-toxic soap. I have a lot of YouTubes on that, on Miracle 2 soap. I now live where that's produced, and so it's really exciting to meet the family that made that soap. Get a natural boost, and what that's talking about is go out for a short brisk walk. Do something that's going to kind of shift if you're sitting in place for a long time and things like that. So just be aware of not doing something for too long and to get up and get a boost of something. It could be gardening. It could be writing something, journaling. It could be reading, just something that kind of changes you and what you've been doing for a long period of time. Check your posture or your position at your computer. Sometimes you may be turning your head just too much, and you might get something that a crick in your neck over here that always hurts. So just be aware of how you're sitting. Get plants. That's my favorite. I can't stop buying plants, but that's what my mom taught me. Feed the birds and water the plants. So they really do bring a lot of joy to my heart. Exercise outdoors, because you just get so much from your atmosphere. And I moved to a new area and I exercised outside with the dog and walking in the morning, and I didn't have as much issues with the pollens because as the spring came, I was able to kind of get a natural homeopathic of all the pollens in the area because I was walking so much. So it helps you in many ways. Now this one I don't really agree with, and I really ask that you don't do this. They talk about use aromatherapy in summer travel. I don't want to put down aromatherapy, but what happens is what may be good for you may not be good for the next person, and so or your family members. So you have to find out which ones are appropriate for you and your family members. And then you don't want to use it in a public place where you're going to spread it to other people that may be bad for them. And so we can always muscle test and find out which ones are okay for you and things like that. But the best thing to do is Beth actually did a YouTube on taking colloidal silver and putting it in a little squirt bottle and squirting it up your nose, putting it on your hands, when you get on a plane and things like that. I found that tremendously helpful for travel because you just don't pick up as many things that way. So I really encourage you to do something like that. Take breaks from sitting. It's kind of another thing I was talking about when you're doing something too long at a time. Sip some magnesium. Now I take magnesium at night in order to help me sleep better, and I really like that. But a lot of times people use it as a tea or with ice water and things like that. Balance your hormones with the sun. I like that. I thought that was really interesting. I hadn't heard that before, but there's a lot of research that says that we do need to get more sun than we're getting, and it's good to get it in small doses. You don't want to burn anything, but you really do need the sun to produce that vitamin D, which is going to help you with so many, your immune system in order to help you fight things. So that's really important. Pep up with protein. I just did a YouTube in regards to protein and how much you need to get, and so we can always work with you to find out how much is good for you. Indulge your skin. It's good to find a good moisturizer that tests good for you, that doesn't have too many chemicals. And they say, go natural. Why not use more things like coconut oil, vitamin E, almond, and things like that. So we can always test to find out what is a really good lotion for you. Use a natural face serum. Now this one I kind of a little bit on the edge on too. There's a lot of this serum stuff going around to help with wrinkles and stuff like that. And I have a kid, and he loves the Cars movie, and so we've grown up on it. And in some ways, there's part of me that says, I got these lovely wrinkles by my life experiences, and I'm going to keep them. And that's kind of what Mater says. It's like, hey, I earned these dents. Let me have it. So don't get rid of them. So I kind of feel the same way. But some people, if you do want more youthful skin, you can find different serums. We can test that. What's really critical and important is that sometimes those serums, what they do is they have hormones in them or estrogen to puff up the skin a little bit in order to take out the wrinkles. Well, that estrogen is going other places in your body, and it could affect your weight. It could affect your whole reproductive system, and as you're getting older with menopause and things like that. So it's really super important to test what you use. I use Nature's Sunshine and have for years. I love their products, and I've never had a reason to change. So that's what I love. All right, let's see, what else we got? We got strengthen and support your muscles, so it's always good to lift a little bit of weights. And I love a routine where I have both exercise and get my heart rate up and also lift weights at the same time. So I'm killing two birds with one stone. So that's what I like, and I can always recommend several different exercise programs that I have really enjoyed and would maybe benefit you. Trade plastics for glass. This is something that I am going to be working on in the fall. I have all my plastics are BPA free, but I do think that it's time to make the next switch to glass. That's just something I want to do for myself. So, drinking pure water. It's important to have a really good water purification system, and it's always good to test your water. There are some times where you travel to different cities that the water may not be good, and so you need to find out if that is good or not. Another thing is there's a lot of water purifiers, and I have researched one that I am going to be starting to use soon, and tests really good, and so I look forward to that. So I can test you on different waters on that. Take a brisk walk. That really gets everything flowing, whether it's your mind, your body, and it helps the spirit because you're outside enjoying God's beauty. The next one is harness the beauty within. And just being aware of what kind of statements we give ourselves, and being aware of what our internal voice is saying, and then if it's negative, we need to change that. One of my absolute favorite things from Guy Finley that I learned is when we have a negative thought or we start thinking about something negative, we say, thanks for coming, or recognize it by saying, stop, thanks for coming, and be on your way. And that way you've acknowledged the thought that you had, but you're not dwelling on it and you're sending it away. So So those are like 30 things I just gave you of things that you can do to help your life be healthier and happier. So you're welcome to visit quantumtechniques.com and sign up for a session request where we can find out what things are best for you on this list and what things you need to add to help you have a healthy and happy life. So blessings from Quantum Techniques.